Good afternoon, Facebook. This is Stephen in Wiltshire, England. This is the Just Do It show with myself and Lynda West. And I've just heard from Lynda that she's going to reboot her machine. So Corinda is saying congratulations to Cheryl and welcome to the show. Now, we're going to have a reasonably measured start, but we'll get off to well, we've got several topics to discuss, and I want to say thank you to everybody who actually watches the show. And we have hunted down a bargain for you if you're looking for something to deal with your social media, and I'll bring that up in a moment. If you are watching live, then please say hello. I'm assured that Lynda is actually rebooting our machine and will be joining us in a moment. I had two good shows on Twitch this week. I know, three actually. Yesterday we were actually playing chess. I discovered that Alfredo can actually play chess. So we had a new show called Chess and Chat. However, today is the Just Do It show, and it would not be the Just Do It show if it wasn't with Lynda and Stephen. Hello.
Hello, good day. How are you today?
I'm good. And the first question is, where are you today, Lynda?
Today I am in Canada. Just kidding. I'm in California. I should just make up different places. You know, that'd be kind of fun, right?
You could do that. You could do different backdrop each show. None of this visual stuff. You've got the real thing.
That's right. Yeah, I'm here in Alpine. I'm sitting outside, as you can see. It's such a beautiful day that I wanted to come outside and do this. Alpine, California, which is like 30 minutes east of downtown San Diego.
Indeed. And I'm in wonderful Wiltshire in England. And if you don't know where I am, catch last Tuesday's show when I went to walk around Devisors.
Awesome.
Have you started making plans for 2019 yet?
I'm actually for my business, I'm in the process of rebranding, and the rebranding process starts tomorrow. So that'll be, so I don't really know what 2019 is going to hold. One thing that I'm hoping to do is to speak a lot more. I love to speak and inspire and motivate people. So I'm hoping to speak, at least 2 times a month. So that's like, as far as my goals, that's like one of my goals is to do that. What about you?
Mine is to sort out the shows on Twitch and on Facebook, and basically meet a lot of new people in 2019. So I'm planning to do some interviews, and
cool.
Ross branded a list of 115 people who actually made projections for 2019. So I'm going to take that list, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to invite the people to come on the show, and we'll just have to see what happens.
That's fantastic.
Right, okay, now catching up with the comments. I'll just take that off the screen. John is here. I'm not quite sure what he's saying. I know you can't see it, Lynda, so I'm not going to read it. And Corinne is saying, nice view, Lynda, good quality. And Alfredo's observing you're on mobile and you can't see the chat.
Yes, okay. Exactly. That's the only thing about doing the mobile is that you can't see any of the comments or anything. But still, hey, I'm on a cell phone. I'm on a live video platform. 2.5 years ago, you couldn't even do this. So, there's no complaints here at all. I mean, just the opportunity for us to, I like to look at it, Stephen, as like for live video, I like to look at it as, before there was live video, even like the recording videos, it wasn't the same as like being on a news station, for example. So if you're on a news channel, whatever channel that is, and you're doing live, because they do live broadcasting, it's not like pre-recorded TV shows and stuff. So if you're on a news channel and you're there broadcasting live, you had to go down to the studio, you had to get dressed up, and get yourself down there. And now with this live video platform, we have opportunities, and there's so many different platforms out there for us to use, that we have the opportunity to create our own news show or our own reality show. And it doesn't have to be all this like fancy, produced show. It can be live, just like what we're doing now. And so it's an opportunity for people to really share, what they're doing, what they're working on, build their audience, just get into other people's houses and, to maybe you're going to be the one that's going to motivate them or inspire them. Maybe you're the one that's going to be the one that makes them laugh. Whatever it is, we have that opportunity now with live video. It's so incredible. And you can even sit in your backyard and do what I'm doing.
Totally. And we've got a question about the chess, just to diversify for a moment. Did Alfredo beat me at chess? And Alfredo's giving a reasonable opinion that it was a friendly game and we were there for good conversation.
Does that mean he lost?
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word at all. Just say the second match was a draw. The problem was that we got to the hour when the show is due to finish, and we're about halfway through the game. So a draw was the only thing we could do.
So that was a game that you were playing online for people to watch?
Yeah, basically what we did is we went live on Twitch, myself and Alfredo, joined by Bruce, and the conversation started. And then I went to the website, the chess website, and then shared the chess website on the screen so that we could watch Alfredo make a move and me make a move, and people could see the state of the game as it progressed. And whilst we were playing the chess, we were talking about something totally unrelated to chess. And for concentrating on your chess, it's not good because you get distracted by the chat and you forget about the chess and you make a move and it's not the right move. But it was good fun. And next week, quite excited, Alfredo's made contact with a gentleman who plays chess seriously.
Okay.
It's fair to say that it's fair to say Alfredo and I enjoy chess, but he's a serious player, so I think he's going to challenge us both. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, right. Maybe in that whole hour you'll get through 2 full games when you're playing with someone like that, because they're pretty fast.
Oh yeah. I'm just catching up the comments. Chess is free, or if you want to get really involved in it, then you can pay a 6-monthly subscription. Right, now I want to take you a walk down memory lane.
Okay, and I do have a question for you while you're going down memory lane. In chess, because when you're really one-on-one with somebody and you're in person and you have that chess board there and you can like really look at it and it's all 3D and or whatever our dimensions are, I don't know, 4D, 5D, 10D, whatever. But you're looking at it and you're real. And so when you're on a screen though, what I'm imagining for my mind that I wouldn't have the full dimension of what it really looks like. And so does it affect you differently, playing it on screen as it does, playing it on a real board?
I'm used to playing 2D, so it's not a problem. It would be better if it was on a real board, because then you get a better depth view of what's going on.
Yeah.
In terms of actually losing, it doesn't matter which you're playing on.
Okay. True.
No.
Okay, let's go down memory lane. Where are we going?
We're going to the 6th of October.
Oh my gosh. This is when it all started, right? Taco Tuesday. Oh my gosh. You guys, I hope you've been watching the Taco Tuesday auditions. I've been auditioning people for a new talk show that's starting January 8th called Taco Tuesday. And these are our first 4 contestants. We had Rohit, Clara, Lynda, and Cheryl. And then we've been for the last, has it been 7 weeks? 6 weeks so far. We've had auditions. The final round, the final countdown is finally here. December 8th, we'll have the last 4 people who have moved into the finals be auditioning. And I'm so excited. And I can't tell you who 2 of them are yet because I just can't. But two of them are, because voting hasn't ended. That's why. No. Voting will actually end December 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So go vote at TalkOTuesday.tv. But Clara there and Anita, who's not pictured there, are moving into the final round. So yeah, we got Clara and Anita are moving into the final round, and we're so excited. It's been a great time. Yeah, there we go. There's our 2 finalists so far. And then we have 2 more finalists. We don't know who they are yet. I won't know until the 17th. So really, really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And check it out. Go to tacotuesday.tv. There's a link there that you can watch the show from this previous Tuesday, the 11th of December. And click on that link, watch the show, and then vote for your favorite 1 through 4 people. You can vote for all 4 if you want. If you like them all 4 and you're like, I want all 4 of these people to go ahead and vote for all of them. So it's going to be a lot of fun, though.
I'm just trying to find that. Just a minute. Let's see if we can find the 4. It's not those 4. It's those 4, isn't it?
Yes, those are the 4s. We have Janine, Mary, Cheryl, and Letha. Those are the 4 who interviewed or auditioned this past Tuesday, and those are the 4 that you'll be voting on if you vote before December 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. You can vote once, but you can vote for all 4 if you want. So that's all up to you. But Stephen's producing the show, been doing an amazing job producing the show. Thank you so much, Stephen. Sponsored by the Live Video Hub. And it's been so much fun because this is one of those things. Like, I had this dream of having my own talk show. I've had it for several years. Stephen, I don't know if I told you this, but I had this dream so much because I love Ellen DeGeneres, right? And I had this dream. It was so strong that I created a vision board. Well, a lot of people create vision boards. Well, my vision board was just pictures of me with Ellen DeGeneres. It was just me and Ellen. So if I got a picture of me with, I actually was involved in an event that there was on the news, and I was being interviewed. And so I stuck Ellen's picture on the face of the person who interviewed me. So it looked like Ellen was interviewing me.
Wow.
But my whole entire vision board was just me with Ellen. And so, the thing is, like, I've wanted this talk show. I wanted to do my own talk show, and I thought I was going to have to do it in a big studio, and I thought it was going to have to be exactly like hers. So that's why I share that. How awesome is this live video that I can actually fulfill my dream of having my own talk show, and I can audition people to be on the talk show with me, having co-hosts, and then we can bring guests in and interview them, and I'm creating this reality for myself from the dream that I had because of live video. It's so awesome. So awesome.
It is. And sponsored by Live Video Hub, Living Live and Finish It Fast. Now, Living Live is where the show is hosted from, and the links to actually vote, if you go to Living Live, everything's there. What is Finish It Fast?
Finish It Fast is a program I created about 4 years ago. I started it. It was necessity is the mother of invention, right? I had belonged to a lot of mastermind groups, and I found that the accountability portion, there's a bee. The accountability.
Careful.
Oh my God, he's on screen. Okay, get out of here. Okay, so I belong to a lot of mastermind programs, and at the end of each mastermind call, there would be like 4 or 5 people on the call. And at the end of the call, everybody would say, okay, what are you going to commit to doing this week? And because we would have a call once a week. And we'd all get to the call the next week, and the first question was, did you do what you were going to do? And 9 times out of 10, none of us did any of the things that we said we were going to do. Because you get all excited, right? It's like, oh, these are great ideas. I can't wait to implement this. It's so awesome. Yeah. Then you get off the call and you're like, oh, okay, life gets in the way. Okay.
I'll come back to that later. Yeah.
Yeah. And later does not come, because later is later and later and later and later. And so I realized that this was a huge problem for me. It was for them too, but I needed to take action, and I needed to accomplish the things that I wanted to do in order for me to have success, the success that I want. So I thought, well, shoot, what happens when we get off the call? We all just go on with our lives, and then next thing you know, life gets in the way. So we don't accomplish those goals. So what I decided was to create my own program, and it'd be an online, a masterminding program that has accountability right up front. So for example, we meet up to 4 times a week, 4 times per week for 3 hours at a time. So in that 3 hours, though, you're telling me what you're going to get done, and then you actually accomplish it. It's so amazing, Stephen. I have my clients in this program have a 90% success rate of finishing the things that they say they're going to do. It's phenomenal. Awesome. People have finished books. People have doubled, tripled their income. People have created events that they wanted to do that they've been putting off for years. One woman, she started a book 20 years ago. She had only one chapter to finish, and she finished it during one of our sessions. And so it's been absolutely amazing to watch the progress and see everybody, having success that they want. Yeah. So you just go to finishitfast.com. If you want more information, if you want to join us, you don't have to be on all 4 calls. It's just an option for you to be on all 4 calls. I highly recommend it, of course, because you're working. It's not like we're goofing off. We're not goofing off at all. We are all working, no. and I'm there watching you. If you have questions, if you get stumped and you get, like, say you have a block on something, you're like, I'm not sure what to do here, then we take a sidebar and you discuss it with me, and then I help you through whatever that block is. I'm so proud of it. It's like this idea I had to help me, but then realized that it was going to help other people too. And so I put it out there as an option for people to help them get through the muck and the stuff that they're putting off.
Well, having worked through the formula and got a formula together and a methodology of actually doing this, do you ever think about franchising it?
Well, I will eventually. I'm working on growing it right now. My goal, and there's a program out there, like an online website out there that I can grow this to be thousands of people. So I have this whole like on my vision board. So the vision board for Finish It Fast, everything I do has its own vision board. So for the Finish It Fast program, I envision there being thousands of people in there that I'm helping, 24 hours a day. So of course it can't just be me, right? It has to be other people. No. So I hadn't thought of like franchising it, but creating it into this really big program where I have different accountability coaches in there, and I have different types of coaches that are helping to help everybody. So yeah, it's gonna be a really large, I hate to use the word large, but an expansive program where it can grow really, really big. I can have 10,000 people in there helping them all. So amazing.
In part of the plans for 2019?
Well, 2019, my goal is 100. So.
Okay. Yeah, indeed. Gradually.
Yeah.
Right. Now, every so often, AppSumo come up with a deal that is so incredible, you want to bite the hand off and buy it because the software is just so good. So this is information for everybody that at the moment, Promo Republic is on AppSumo. Now, Promo Republic is probably the best known system for posting to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, they can post to it. You can schedule the posts, and it simply works out the box. Now, last year, Angelica bought it, $49, and she's been using it all year. On a Sunday night, she sits down, plans out all the social media posts for the week. And I sit there watching and thinking, I wish I had that, because I just missed out on the deal last year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm telling everybody this year that the best, if you want to give yourself a Christmas present or a New Year's present, and this is not an affiliate link, if you go to Promo Republic, or if you go to AppSumo and follow the link that I'm just posting, then you can take a look at AppSumo's write-up of Promo Republic and decide for yourself. But Angelica's been using it happily for a year. The $49 which they're asking for is for lifetime access.
Is it $49 now?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Today it's $49. Normally it's $1,000. I'm not kidding. And quite simply, it's the best system there is for sharing your content in advance.
Well, what makes it better? Like, what makes it better than, there's so many of those online, like, pre-scheduling platforms out there. What makes it better than those other ones? Do you know?
Right. Okay.
Because it's $49.
No. It has to do something. I mean, even at that, it's got to do something. Basically, you've got a library, an image library, 7,500 images, which you're free to use.
Really? That's
they
nice.
allow you to now actually schedule video. So if you've got a pre-recorded video, 30 seconds to a minute, and you want to send it to Twitter, you can attach that, send that.
Okay.
They also, because we all run out of ideas, if you run out of ideas, then they have an idea for posts for every day of the year. So if you want a mix of posts which are yours and posts which are other people's, then you've got it. So it's an idea bank, it's a scheduler, it tracks your stats, and does everything apart from make a cup of tea or coffee.
Hey, and I think if I remember correctly, I haven't used AppSumo for about a year or so, but if I remember correctly, there might be discounted pricing also for nonprofits. So if you have a nonprofit, go check it out and see if you have to have the 501c3 status. And so if that's available, go check it out to see if it is. And anybody who has a nonprofit, I highly recommend that for every program you buy, everything you buy online, check to see if there's a discount for nonprofits, because oftentimes there's a lot of discounts out there.
That's true. So I for 2019, I'm going to change the way I work. I'm going to schedule all the shows for next week on a Sunday.
Okay.
I'm going to put together posts going out to Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn on a Sunday. And then for the rest of the week, I can actually just concentrate on doing the show rather than putting it all together. And I'm be interested to see what actually happens if you just do it that way, and the effect it has on people actually it appearing in people's timelines. So
as far as your time goes, I do that. I schedule mine all on Sunday, and I post. You just schedule them out for the whole week. The only problem I see with that is for my Monday people, right? So if I have a Monday show, then I'm not scheduling it until Sunday. So that's the only the only day of the week that I don't want to say it's a problem, because it's not a problem, but it's just not as much notice. So, but yeah, check it out, see what you think, and and then if it doesn't work, right, you just don't do that.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you're always learning. You're always adjusting things. But there are things which are repetitive tasks, and if you can automate them, then you win.
Yeah. What do they say? Because like McDonald's, for example, McDonald's has a system. Now they're the largest franchise in the entire world, but McDonald's has a system. So what works for one store works for all the stores. So they say that the beauty, the money really is in the system that you have. Because if you have a system that works, so like Stephen, you were talking about finish it fast, right? Because I thought about franchising it. Well, see, the system works. I have a system and it works great. And so I can actually sell my system now that I have a system that I know is working. So it is a system that I could actually sell. So that's one thing is like when you start a business, they highly recommend that when you start a business, you actually think about your exit plan. How are you going to exit that business? Because oftentimes we don't think about that. And then when it gets time that we're ready to let it go, now we got to go figure out what our exit plan is going to be. So the successful people that I know a lot of people who are like mega millionaires and billionaires, and they all say that when they start a business, they always think of their exit plan. How am I going to exit in 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is? And so having a system in place is really important, systematizing.
And Abigail is saying hello.
Hello.
And Alfredo is saying the notifications in Facebook may not work often when you go live. I agree, Alfredo. We can't rely on Facebook, can we?
Messenger bots. It's a great plug. Let's talk about messenger bots right now, because really messenger bots are awesome. I'm not using them to their full potential at all. I'm not even using them to their half potential right now, but I know how amazing they are. And then you and RJ have a program you guys have put together. Why don't you share with us about your messenger bot program, because it's so awesome.
Thank you, Finn. Right, okay, messenger bots on Facebook. Situation is that they can help you increase the reach of your show.
Stop.
No, they don't agree with me, do they? They do. It does increase the reach of your show. You can engage your audience on a one-to-one basis. And in the course, which RJ and I have done, which is called Broadcasting for Bots, which is on Udemy, we take you through, we assume nothing, we take you through setting up your ManyChat account, what life is like without a bot, what life is like with a bot, so you can actually compare the two. We then have 3 bots, and for each of those bots, we show you the bot in action, we show you why you need the bot, we show you how the bot is created. We then go on to give you a template if you want to copy it and put it into operation within minutes, you can, or if you want to write your own bot, which is what we'd like you to do, then you can start from scratch and follow the written instructions. So all of that is within the course. At the moment, there is a special offer of $9.99, and I shall put the link in after the show because I wasn't prepared for this. I'm not a natural salesman, that's the problem, but I shall do it after the show.
Well, here's the thing about sales, Steve, and I love that you said that because I too am not a natural salesperson, and what I've realized throughout the last maybe 3 months, I've been working with one of my mentors on sales and stuff, and what I realize is it's not really about selling people; it's about them buying what you have because they know it's going to help them. So that, for me at least, that has really helped me to change my thought process when it comes to sales, because when you tell them like all the things that it's going to be able to do for them, then they'll decide, do I want to buy that? Is that really going to help me? Is it something that's going to benefit me? Because that's really the questions that they need to answer. And it's not about us like selling, because when we sell to people, in my opinion, when we sell to people, we're trying to get them to buy what we have. But when they're buying, it's totally different energy. They're looking for the thing that's going to help them grow their business. Let's say, for example, so somebody is looking for ways to grow their business, and then they come across this messenger bot thing. What the heck is this messenger bot thing? They say it can help me grow my business. Well, shoot, let me check out this bot program. So it's when we go to buy something, we're already looking for it. And nobody needs to convince us to buy it. They just need to tell us like how it's going to help us. And we're like, I'm in. I want that. So I don't know about you, but one thing I've learned, one of my mentors, he taught me this for a selling technique, and that's to just tell your story. So when you say what bots have done for you, like before I had bots, I wasn't posting consistently. I wasn't getting a lot of traffic. I wasn't making very many sales. People didn't really know what I was doing. But once I started doing my bots, oh my gosh, it just blew up. Like all of a sudden, people are paying attention. People are watching my videos. People, like you can tell like the story of how you went from, like you said, before bot and then after bot. So tell your actual story of how the bots have helped your business so people can say, oh, it helped his business. My business is similar to his, so it can help mine too. Sorry for my dogs. You can mute me at any time.
All good, all good. I'm just looking at the sunshine and the vista behind you and enjoying the view. All good. Yeah, I think that the thing about messenger bots is that they are very cost effective. The cost in terms of $10 a month.
Yeah.
And $10 a month, you actually get to communicate with up to 500 people on a one-to-one basis. And once people are talking to you and you're helping them on a one-to-one basis, then you can ask them, do you want to know about my show? Do you want a reminder for it? And you can then set up, as we illustrated in the course, a reminder bot, so that before you go live, you can actually send out a message to everybody on that list saying, we're going live at this time, please join us. And that works very well. So that's one of the bots that's actually in the Broadcasting for Bots course.
Well, I'm going to share with you another reason why you need bots, people, because listen up.
Off we go.
Okay, yesterday, I got a private message in Messenger from somebody saying, hey, I'm going live on my show, tomorrow at 5 or whatever, or today at 5, for example. The thing is, the private message was a message group. So it went out to 50 people. So I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of things about this that are not good for you as well as for the people who you sent the message to. So what happened is I got a message, 50 people. So So now all of a sudden, people are saying they're doing the thumbs up. People are like, I'll be there. Every single time that happens, I get a notification. Yep. So ding, ding, my phone is going crazy because people have to thumbs up, thumbs up. So then what's happening is all of us are being notified. Then next thing you see, people are leaving the conversation, because they're annoyed. So what's happened is you have actually created an environment that is potential annoyance for people. So with messenger bots, it goes to however many people you want, 500, 1,000, however many people signed up for your bot, and it goes to them as individuals.
Correct.
They're not stuck in this notification thing where I kid you not, within 2 minutes, there were like 15 notifications from people doing thumbs up. I don't need to know that you got your thumbs up for them. Hello, I don't even know you. So it can be an annoyance, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit annoyed by it because.
Well, yeah, quite rightly too. I'm the same. When you actually get into a group chat on Messenger by somebody who you've may not even have spoken to, you just connected to them.
Yeah.
And they then is not a good idea. And there are exceptions, but in the main, it's not a good idea to auto-connect people to a chat with people they don't know or for a purpose they're not into. Whereas with a messenger bot, each message is individual and the conversations are one-to-one, and it never gets more than that. So you don't get spammed when people respond to a message. Only people see it to the person who started the conversation, the person who's continuing. And that's a great selling point for bots.
And lastly, every single person has subscribed to that bot. So it's like when you send, so for example, that message that I got yesterday, I was glad to hear that she was going live. Don't get me wrong. I was glad to hear that. But I didn't want to be in this messenger where all of a sudden everybody's thumbs up, thumbs up. I didn't want all those notifications. But so now I didn't opt into anything. She said, hey, I think you'd be interested in this. So I'm going to add you, and I'm going to add who I think would be interested. But what if I wasn't? So now I'm getting spammed from somebody that I want to support the person, but I'm getting spammed. It's potential to get spammed by somebody, right? So really think about messenger bots, and like Stephen said, $10 a month. There's actually a free version on ManyChat, and you have their branding. But for $10 a month, you can have your own branding. It's so awesome. I highly, highly, highly recommend. $9.99. Oh my gosh, that'd be the best $10 you ever spent. Trust me.
Indeed. Give me a second. I'll be back. I'm coming back. Yeah, I mean, I just did it this afternoon. I had this idea. I was live on Twitch with Cheryl Piper, who's also a semi-finalist. This is how things come together on Talk Tuesday.
Exactly.
I had a quiet word with her today and said, do promote yourself between now and Monday, but she's ready to do so, as we both know. But on this show, and I was talking about bots on Twitch, and I set up a bot so that people type Cheryl, they got taken to Cheryl's page, you can follow her, and I've got one for Alfredo as well, and I've got one for David, and when you join me, there'll be one for Lynda as well. And people just type in !Lynda, and it takes them off to your page and all your information, or !Cheryl, and it takes them off to Cheryl's page. And it's very easy to do and use. But then I thought, well, I can take people to different profiles, but I can also take them to my Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So live, I set up a TalkBot, and if you type !Talk, you now get the link to go to my Facebook Messenger bot and start a conversation. Now that's Twitch and Facebook Messenger working together. So that was a just do it moment. And
that's awesome.
It just works. And I got back to, we've got a circle of people who actually talk about Twitch. Not many, but we're building. And RJ was watching. She said, I've had that idea too. I've got it set up on my Twitch account. So great minds think alike, which is all good.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
So that was a moment when you just get an idea and you just run with it and you just do it, which is what we're all about. If you get an idea, don't forget it. Don't even write it down. Just do it.
Don't even write it down. Just do it. Exactly. But if you get 2 ideas at once, write one of them down and the other one, do it.
Good thinking. Yeah. Good thinking. I mean, one of the places that I write all my work, I just said that was an example, but I use Trello to put all my ideas
Me too.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that's a
But
great
you know what?
free resource.
I just started using Trello as my follow-up system because I attend a lot of events. And yesterday, actually, I spoke at an event called ServeX. It's an amazing event that talks about serving your way to success. And I had an opportunity to speak on a panel called Leading Ladies. And it was so much fun. I love speaking. So, I said my goal is to speak twice a month, in 2019. But I use Trello. So I set up a really simple Trello system for following up after I go to these networking events or after I meet somebody online or what have you. And all I did, Stephen, is I created the numbers 1 through 31. So the first, second, third, first day of the month through the 31st day of the month. And what I do is I create for those who don't know Trello, they have these things called cards. So I create, like say I met you today, and I would create a card. It would be Stephen Healey. And then let's say I met you, and the thing that you were interested in for what I was doing is finish it fast, for example. So I have created for each product or service that people are interested in, I create a color coding. So let's say finish it fast is blue. So then what I do is I say, okay, Stephen's interested in finish it fast, so I color code it blue, so I know that finish it fast is the thing he's interested in. So just by glancing at all of my Trello cards, I know who's interested in what. Then if I talk to you today, which is, I don't even know what today is, December something, 13th.
It's the 13th, yes.
Okay, so if I met you today, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to follow up with him in 3 days. So I would then put your Trello card under the 17th or the 16th of December. Now, every day I pull up my Trello board, like the entire board, 1 through 31, and I look and I see who am I following up with today. And then I follow up with them. And then I make a note in there, like, so whatever the call was about or whatever, I make a note. And then if I want to follow up with them again on the 31st, then I just put it under the 31st. It's on the 31st, there it is. This works well for me. I've been looking for follow-up systems for 4 years. 4 years. I have tried so many different things. And this is working for me. So I'm not saying it's going to work for anybody else, but if you're having a hard time with follow-up, keep searching for that system that works for you, because Stephen could tell me about some amazing system he uses and I could try it out. And if it doesn't work for me, then I got to just keep moving on. I don't look at it as failure because I've tried, like I said, I've tried so many different systems, and it's like just trying to find that system that actually works, because the fortune is in the follow-up, peoples.
True. I love the idea. 1 through 31. That's a good idea, because you can just slide things around Trello. That's perfect. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, and then using the color coding works well because if you do, especially if you do a lot of things, like Stephen, you have several shows you might want to interview different people on. So like you could have color coding for the different shows or something. So the color coding for me works for the different things I do, but there's all kinds of ways you can use the color coding, whatever works best for you.
That's it. You personalize it, don't you? You make it your own. And with Trello, you can do that because it is so flexible.
Yeah.
I know, just going back a couple of weeks, Fonz was doing the charity show, and originally he was going to do the 12-hour show by himself. And then he said, would you like to produce it for me? Would you like to be there for the whole 12 hours? I said, yeah. He said, right, I've only got one problem. When I do a show myself, I just write it down on scraps of paper all over the place. Yeah. I said, well, I'm in Wiltshire and you're in Cambridge. I can't see your paper. So what he did, I took him to Trello.com and he documented all those scraps of paper, put them onto Trello, shared the board with me so that I knew exactly what he was going to do every hour of the show, because we had from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. There's hours in the broadcast itself. And he put the artiste, he put details of them, and the questions he was going to ask, it was all there on Trello in one place. And the fact that we could share it meant that I knew what was going to happen, not whilst he was live now, but in the next hour. Yeah. So we're both behind Trello, and so is Fonz now. He's addicted to Trello.
Hey, Trello is a good thing to be addicted to. And Stephen, I don't know if you know that you can get points or something by sharing your affiliate link. And I don't think you make money or anything, but you get like points or something, and they can be used for something. I don't know what. Yeah.
I'll take a look at that. That's 2 takeaways. We're doing well.
Yeah.
And Abigail is saying, Lynda, she saw you on
Stage.
Sahela?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, that was at the event I spoke at yesterday. So Healey, which was one of our Taco Tuesday contestants, she was there yesterday at the event that I was speaking, and she went ahead and did a Facebook Live of that segment. So that was really cool.
Right.
It was fun. I love speaking. So much fun.
I know you do. I
got lots to speak about.
True. Yeah. Indeed. I mean, the thing is that we have over the years gained so much experience and a method of actually working and solving a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that we can take that expertise and you can get up in front of people, tell the stories, because it is about telling stories, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
so
and telling those stories in a way that it makes sense, and then also that there's a takeaway for them, because just telling our story is great, but really people want to know, like, how can I apply that to my life, or they want to see themselves in that story. So if we can tell our story in a way that they see themselves having the same success that you have, or they see themselves, there's a way out of their situation. So for example, for me, I grew up in a very abusive alcoholic household, and I married somebody just like my dad, which was very unfortunate. But there was one day where I just snapped and I was like, I'm out of here. And I literally packed up my 4-week-old baby, my 14-month-old baby, and I had a diaper bag and a purse, and I just walked out. I literally walked out. I didn't have a car because my husband at that time, I was like, I'm out. I don't need anything except these 2 little children. And I walked out. And so that story, right, it's a way to relate to people who have gone through abuse, people who are currently in abuse, and they don't think that there's a way out. The point is that there is a way out, and you can make that decision. My whole entire life changed when I walked out that door, and I didn't go back. And so anybody who's in that kind of situation, whether it's a job, maybe you're on a job that you feel like, I hate this job and I just feel stuck. You're not stuck. That's the thing, is you're not stuck. You have free will, and you can make a choice to leave. And it's all up to you, 100% up to you. You can do it.
Indeed, you can just do it. I mean, the problem, most of the problems that we have are of our own creation.
Yes.
But our mindset is of our own creation.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yep.
The way we perceive things, and you can have a single situation and different people look at it in different ways. Yeah. And
based on our life experiences. And like, there is a book called The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. He's one of the co-authors of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And his number one principle in these success principles is to take 100% full responsibility for your life. And when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm blaming this person for this, I'm blaming that person for that, and had to realize that really they're all my own choices. I'm a human being and I have choices. And people are like, well, I don't have any choices. I don't have any choice. I have to do this. That's not the reality. The reality, if you really, really honestly look at it, the reality is you can choose to do that thing that's going to make you go to prison. Or you can choose to do the opposite that's not going to make you go to prison. Or you can choose to leave the situations that you're in. Is it going to be scary? Maybe so. But you'll be so glad you made the choice that was the right thing for you. And it's like, life is short. We don't know when our last breath is. And, when my mom died, she had so many regrets. And I decided at that moment that I was going to live my life with no regrets. And so, like, my hashtag that I use is #NoRegrets. And that's because I don't know when my last breath is. It could be next week. Something could happen to me. So I want to make sure that I live every day to its fullest for me. So somebody might look at my life and they might be like, she's not really living her life to their fullest. Who's she who's she kidding? But for me, I am. I'm doing what I want to do. Everything I'm doing right now is my choice. Does it affect my husband? Yes. And so we talk about the things that will affect both of us, and the things that don't affect him. I do my anyway. And I talk to him because he's part of my life. And so whatever I do will affect him. Whatever he does will affect me. So we just discuss it and decide what's going to be the smartest thing or the best thing or the most fun thing. I like doing the most fun thing.
That's the thing. There are things you do together as a partnership, and there are things you do on your own. You've got to work at getting the right combination. Yeah.
Exactly. And only you two can work that out, right? So me with my husband, like we've had a lot of conversations. We've been together for 30 years, so we've had a lot of conversations. And there have been, good conversations. There have been not so good conversations. There's been conversations where we totally disagree with each other, and then we have to come to an agreement to disagree. And one thing that we started doing, I would say maybe about 10 years ago, that I love is that we realized that, he literally has his own life. He has his own friends. I have my own life with my own friends and what I'm doing. But when we come together, we're together. And it's okay to live your life separately. You don't have to do everything the other person does, because maybe that doesn't make you happy. If both of us are happy, when we're away from each other and then we come together, we're going to be happier. And it's really worked. It's worked amazingly well for us. And I mean, I couldn't be happier. Well, maybe I can be happier. I'll just keep working at being happier and happier.
Well, I mean,
but I love, yeah.
Yeah, we're fortunate to be able to enjoy what we do.
Yes. What do they say? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, or something like that.
Correct. I mean, that's why. I mean, doing live broadcasting is the best thing ever invented, because we can come live, we can exchange ideas, we can discuss ideas, we can just do it, we can spark ideas from people who are watching, and it is so enjoyable to do. I mean, live is the best thing. I mean, Facebook does the 2018 review for you and puts all the images together. Yeah.
Right.
And I thought, wow, I did that this year. And it's all through live video. I mean, I do live video Monday to Friday. I don't do any live video at the weekends. So weekends is us time, and we do go out and about. But what I've accomplished this year, I'm just so happy about. Looking back, and it's a shout out to Be Live TV, to yourself, to David Burrows, to Bridgetti, to Cheryl, to RJ, of course, and it's people doing things together, working together, just enjoying actually talking together and chatting, and that's magical. I mean, just finally on that, Blubbing for Britain this morning was episode 156, which means that we've been broadcasting together almost continuously for 3 years. Now, that's awesome. 4 of us. I'm down in Wiltshire in England. John is in Solihull, which is near Birmingham, England. Stephen, the other Stephen, because we've got 2 Stephens in there, is in Stoke, which is in the Potteries, and then Peter's up in Aberdeen. So that's 4 people in the UK, and we got together 156 shows ago. But after the show today, we were sat there talking, and I said, and it was totally true, that the thing that's come out of actually broadcasting together is to becoming firm friends. We can talk to each other. We haven't all met at the same place at the same time, but we can talk about things, we can discuss things, and we talk about things that we wouldn't talk about to close friends, because it's, but it's brilliant. So go live. That would
be cool if you did like an in-person reunion show or something, where you actually all 4 got together and did your show for 24 hours.
I'll put that down on the list of things to try and plan in 2019.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just do it.
And you can invite people to the party too, but you guys are up on a stage and having your show, and then people are in there watching live.
Right, that's a challenge. I'm going to go away and think about that and see.
I just turned it into like a whole production, like just like that.
Right, so Talker Tuesday. people can go to Talker Tuesday. Well, where can people vote for our contestants as I try to find them again?
They can vote at tacotuesday.tv. And there's a link there. If you go to tacotuesday.tv, there's a link that will take you to the actual auditions for that day and from this previous Tuesday. And then go to tacotuesday.tv to vote. You can vote for one person, 2, 3, or 4 persons. And the reason I wanted to do that, Stephen, is I changed it up for just this last round, this final round here, because I wanted people to have an opportunity to vote for who they like, everybody that they like, as opposed to just voting for one person. And this way, what happens is at the end on December 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, when I go tally the votes, it's very easy. It actually tallies it for me. But when I go look at the votes, if you voted for all 4 people, then you're helping all 4 of those people to potentially make it to the finals, you know. And if you like all 4 people, I think you should be able to vote for all 4 people.
Yeah, I mean, we've met over the last 6 weeks. We've met 14 people and you've got to know them. I mean, I've been sat watching, but I've got to know them as well, with you asking them searching questions and topics.
Yeah.
But we've got 14 people in our circle that we didn't have before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really great. What was really cool for me is that that half of the people that signed up to audition, I'd never met before.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an opportunity to meet more people.
And the other cool thing is that people have been voting in their hundreds, haven't they?
Yes.
After the show. And
yeah, we've had over 500 votes so far, which is absolutely way more than I ever imagined it would be.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, because people have been bringing their supporters out, and so they should when they're trying to get into the final. Hint, hint. Everybody should be chasing votes this weekend. But we've met those 14 people. They're in the circle. If they don't make it through to the final, they may well appear on one of the shows. We're not going to lose contact with them. And all sorts of wonderful things can happen in 2019. But the show starts on January 8th.
Yes.
At 8 p.m. in the UK, but at 12 p.m. Eastern on the Pacific coast.
Yeah, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really 12 weeks of shows.
We'll have various topics, and people ask me, like, what are the topics going to be? Well, I really won't know until we have those final 2 people who are co-hosting, because at that time we'll decide, like, between me, Stephen, and the other 2 co-hosts, we'll come up with the topics. But I will tell you, I have already come up with the topic for the first show, because I wanted to make sure we had something to get started. And the first show, January 8th, is going to be about near-death experiences. I've met several people who have basically flatlined and come back. And so we're going to be interviewing them on the show, talking to them and finding out what that's all about. And I'm really excited to do it, because their stories are incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm looking forward to that show. The shows after that, I don't know yet. We'll see.
Totally. Because there will be guests as well, won't there?
Do what?
There will be guests on the shows.
Yes, we'll have guests on the show. So it'll be the 3 of us, me with the 2 co-hosts, and then we'll have also guests will be on the show. And it might not be every single week that we'll have guests, but I'm hoping we do, because I think that'll just add more elements to the show, and seeing what other people have to share.
Right. I just want to answer a comment made by Alfredo earlier, that he knows that RJ Redden does bots, and I'm going to try and find it. Well, all I can say is that RJ Redden and I know about bots. RJ knows far more than I do, and that's where bots for broadcasters began. And this again was people working together. RJ and I have been doing the show on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern for nearly a year now about messenger bots, and then we started talking, and RJ said, should we do a Udemy course? So because I've got a course on Udemy, and RJ knows all about bots, we've pooled our expertise, and that was the result.
Awesome.
Right,
Now, how can they find out, like, how can they sign up for the Bots for Business?
Right. I have posted a link in the chat, and if you take that link, you will get a very special deal on bots.
It's an amazing deal. I highly recommend it, you guys. It's going to definitely be worth it. It'll help you grow your business, and if you're ready for that, go for it.
Especially in 2019, because 2019 is going to be the year of live video, and we're in the right place. If you've got any questions about live video, then you can ask Lynda or I anytime. And it's been our pleasure to be talking to you for the last nearly an hour. Lynda, over to you.
Okay, you guys, just do it. The reason we have this show, Just Do It, is because we want to inspire you and motivate you to move into action. There are probably some things that you have on the back burner. You're like, oh, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Oftentimes later never comes because later becomes later. So look at what it is that you have going on. Look at what it is that you know is going to help you to, improve your life, improve your business, grow your business, whatever it is that you're working on, and get yourself out there and just do it. You'll be so glad you did. So from Lynda and Steven, you guys, Just Do It show. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.